What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Ben from JBM Sports Media, and here I am today, finna give you guys another NBA video. It's not a video I really do want to make because, yes, it does involve injuries, but we have to talk about it. The playoffs are right around the corner. Real quick, before we get into talking about the state of the Los Angeles Lakers and whether or not they are officially cooked and their regular season, obviously only 1 week left of the regular season, but if their postseason and a deep playoff run even exists anymore. So we're going to get into that. But before we do, I want to obviously know. Leave it down in the comment section. What is the state of your guys' current NBA team? Are you guys cooked? Are you guys going to be a playoff team, play-in team? Are you guys out of the mix like me, unfortunately? The Bucks, they jobbed heavy this year, to say the least. And obviously the whole Giannis fiasco going on right now. Not a good look. Not a good look heading into the summer. But regardless, this video is about the Los Angeles Lakers. Luka Doncic, on Austin Reaves, obviously, he's hurt as well. Just a very rough 4 to 5 days for a lot of Lakers fans and obviously the Lakers organization. But we're about to get into the injuries, talk about the landscape of the Western Conference, what this means for the Lakers, what this means possibly even for LeBron. Final year in LA, we'll get into that right now. But yeah, let me know how your teams are doing, obviously. But regardless, we have to get into this news. A few days ago came out that Los Angeles Lakers star Luka Doncic is out indefinitely with a grade 2 left hamstring injury. Very tough. He's going to miss the remainder of the regular season, which is really only, I would say, 5 days, 6 days, but his status is uncertain beyond that. However, we did have an update right here that came out yesterday, actually. After consultation with the Lakers, Luka will be seeking treatment in Europe on his grade 2 left hamstring strain in an attempt to return, expedite his return to play, basically. And I've seen a lot of people talk about this, obviously. Him going to Europe, I'm pretty sure he's going to get some stem cell treatment, is what I'm hearing. And this could, obviously, his current time frame before this news came out was 4 to 6 weeks. But now with this news coming out, it looks like it's going to potentially, best case scenario, maybe shrink like 2 to 4 weeks, which could put him in a return so he can maybe come back at the late first round, like late into the first round. But honestly, it's just, it's tough. And there's a lot of risks to it. There's a crap ton of risks to it, if we could be honest, when dealing with the hamstring strain, because this isn't a grade 1 hamstring strain. It's a grade 2, meaning there was a partial tear, not a full tear, but partial tear. And with that being said, I think the Lakers should take this very, very cautiously and be very careful with this. Obviously, this is your star player, your future, the future of your franchise, and Luka Doncic, and you can't have further injury. Obviously, if he does feel like, and the Lakers do feel like, going to Europe, expediting this, I guess, special treatment that he will be getting there and will help him return to the court quicker than not, then so be it. I think that's an okay option. And we just hope that it does end up coming to be so that he could actually return to the court quicker, because obviously it does great for the NBA when Luka Doncic is on the court, especially with LeBron James. And it does good for the Lakers, because if not, I mean, we'll talk about the state of the Western Conference and we'll get into the seedings and everything like that, but it's not the best look. But I will say this. I'm glad that the Lakers and Luka got an agreement on this, because it could be a thing where if this does help Luka expedite his return, the Lakers are going to think like, wow, this is something we could keep in the back of our minds if something happens with the player in the future, whether it's a hamstring strain or something like that, and they could get treatment somewhere else to expedite the return. I get it's like playoff circumstances, but just something to keep at the back of their mind, obviously. But I will say this. It's unfortunate because Luka isn't the only Laker that got hurt. It looks like Austin Reaves is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks with a grade 2 oblique injury, sources tell ESPN. Devastating run of injuries. LA's 2 leading scorers, Reaves and Luka Doncic, are expected to be sidelined to begin the NBA playoffs. So this is not good. And if a lot of people have been paying attention to this Austin Reaves injury, it looks like there was a misdiagnosis here from the, and allegedly, I'll put the word allegedly there, obviously, from the Dallas side of things, because it looks like this has been a reoccurring issue for Austin Reaves, but it looks allegedly like it was misdiagnosed in Dallas. I don't know how that became a thing and how that even was possible, but for Austin Reaves in general, this is a devastating blow. I feel like when Reaves and Luka are on the court, like in LeBron especially, in the winning streak that they've been on, they've really gotten the chemistry and they've really packed that shit together and been really, really good to see and really good to watch. But now that Reaves and Luka are both hurt, and Reaves more so, at least we have the update with Luka, a more positive update that he's going to be trying to come back in a maybe shorter time frame. But it looks like Austin Reaves 4 to 6 weeks, not ideal at all. And it really sucks because Austin Reaves, when he's out there on the court, he is balling, bro. He is absolutely balling for the Los Angeles Lakers. So this is just a little bit of a bad run for the Lakers, who I feel like we're finally hitting their stride, bro. And like I said, it's tough for Lakers fans specifically, but hey, what could you do about it? This is the NBA, and this shit happens, and it's really unfortunate, especially with the playoffs right around the corner. I think that's the part that absolutely blows. But I will say, looking at the landscape of the Western Conference right here, the Thunder have the 1 seed, obviously. Spurs have the 2 seed. But then we have the Lakers at the 3 seed currently at the record of 50 and 28. But then the Nuggets actually have the same record as them, followed by the Rockets, who are only 1 game behind them at 49 and 29. So this is where it gets interesting with about 4 to 5 games left. I think if the Lakers, obviously LeBron, and this shows a lot for LeBron, he's going to have to pony this shit up for the regular season to try to keep them at this 3 seed. But if the Lakers somehow fall to the 4, or worst case scenario, if they fall to the 5 seed, are they cooked? They are without a doubt cooked. They are fried zucchini. I don't know. Because even right now, if they somehow miraculously, which I don't think is going to happen, keep the 3 seed, they're going to have to face the Timberwolves. And I'll be honest, even though the Timberwolves have been a little bit shaky, I know Ant's been a little bit, I would say, injured up recently. Like he's been dealing with the knee, and he was sick for a little bit, I think. But I do not like them. You saw that series last year. You saw how easily that they made Rudy Gobert look like prime Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I think they would easily get cooked in that series again. And yes, I understand it's a different year, but still, knowing that there's no Austin Reaves, knowing that Luka might not be back to the end of that series, if it gets, brought out a little bit more, like, I don't know. They would really have to hope that series goes like at least 5 or 6. And I don't think it would. I think maybe, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's just so tough because I see it like this. The Lakers do not want to face, out of all those teams, the Nuggets, Rockets, Timberwolves, I think they don't want to face the Nuggets. The Nuggets recently have been absolutely owning the Lakers in the playoffs. I mean, Jokic is basically like the Lakers' dad recently, and I think that'd be worst case scenario if the Nuggets stay at the 4 seed and somehow the Rockets jump to the 3 seed, which they've been playing great ball, both the Nuggets and the Rockets. So tip my cap to them. I don't feel like, out of all these teams that I feel like the Lakers, if I would rank the Nuggets, Rockets, T-Wolves, I think the Nuggets is the team they don't want to play the most. Then second, Timberwolves. Third, Rockets, because I think they would have a little bit of a chance if they could drag out that series. But regardless, it's not looking good. They better hope that they have home court advantage and they keep home court advantage. They're currently on a 2-game losing streak. If not, if they can't keep home court advantage, oh my gosh, we're talking about close your ears, Lakers fans, potential sweep territory, especially with no Luka, no AR. Yeah, bro, that is not ideal. I don't know. This is such a bad break, though. Looking at this standings, it's like such a bad break because even if, okay, let's say they somehow advance in the first round, guess what? Funny enough, you're going to have OKC in the second round and you're going to get your shit dusted. Guess what? Another guess what right there, because Shea, obviously, in the playoffs, I feel like he's just going to unlock to something else, bro. I feel like OKC in the playoffs just, all right, this is not regular season shit. This is where we take shit seriously. And you saw what happened when Luka was even playing in that game. They were mollywopping him. Very, very, very bad. So now you're looking good for the Lakers. I will say this, kind of going back to it real quick. When you look at just the landscape of Luka obviously going to Europe to seek this medical treatment, I just hope that everything pans out in a positive way. And that's not me thinking that the treatment's not going to work. No, that's me thinking like, I do hope that the treatment works, and I do hope that this leads to Luka Doncic returning to the court earlier. But make it just where there's not going to be any concerns of him re-injuring this. Because if that does become a thing, I do think that's where you take into the Lakers' hands like, wow, maybe you guys should have been a little bit more cautious. Maybe you guys should have been a little bit more careful in general because you don't want to like ruin your star player's health, especially this late in the year. I don't know. It's such a tricky situation. For Austin Reaves, I think that's a little bit more of a delicate situation because dead as the time frame is 4 to 6 weeks. I don't think it's going to get much better than that, especially because it was quote unquote allegedly misdiagnosed. So it's just a tough area to be a Lakers fan right now. And I feel for y'all because you guys are finally getting shit going. And it looks like all that shit comes to a halt. And then obviously I haven't even touched on it yet, but LeBron, this puts a shit ton of pressure on LeBron James. Like 41 years old, got to put the team on his back for a first round. But I kid you not, this is probably the shit that LeBron James loves, bro. Like, all right, it's my time. I'm going to show y'all why I can still do this. At least drag the series out. And fair play. I think he's going to do as much as he can at this point in time, but he needs Luka out there. We know that he needs Luka out there. He needs AR out there as well, but more so he needs Luka out there for sure, bro. And is this the way that the LeBron James Lakers legacy like ends? Like, is this the way the chapter with the Los Angeles Lakers ends? Because if I can be honest with you guys, I don't think he's gonna return back to the Lakers next year. I think this is it for LeBron in LA, and I think it was a great run, obviously having the championship in 2020. But I think this is it. I think this is it, and we'll see how long they go in the playoffs. But with these two injuries, it is unfortunately just not a good look, and I hate that this happened in general. But deep into the year, just sucks. But regardless, I do want to say, let me know what you guys think about these injuries. Are the Lakers cooked? Leave it in the comment section. As always, make sure to subscribe here at JBM Sports Media, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.